What is our
Start
thing?
with, does everything have to... Today's episode is talking about, does everything have to be 50-50?
All right.
And then you go to the core question.
Okay.
After 10 years of marriage, 3 beautiful boys, and many seasons of love, change, sacrifice, laughter, and growth, we felt it was time to open up and share some of the real moments that have shaped our journey together.
Welcome to the 4Ever1 podcast, where we have honest conversations about marriage, faith, family, communication, and what it truly means to keep choosing each other.
Episode 2 of 4Ever1 podcast. Latoya.
Kaleel.
We're back again.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So today we're going to be covering, does everything need or have to be 50-50? Okay. Core question. Should marriage be equal or should each person contribute according to capacity?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so when we say 50-50, 50-50 finances, that's the first thing that comes up when you hear 50-50, the numbers.
Right.
But honestly, like, I feel like we've been in a lot of different seasons when it concerns money.
Right.
There are seasons where it was 50-50. There are seasons where one of us was doing more than 50-50 because of where we were at. And I think like having that flexibility in that, okay, if we're in a season where I'm doing more and you're doing less, that it's okay for me to take that on because we've been in seasons where it's the other way around.
Yeah, right.
Right. So I think sometimes as women, when it's our turn to take on more than the 50-50, that's where the struggle comes because it's like a man is supposed to provide and a man is supposed to do this. Why?
Right.
But I think in any marriage, we said for better or for worse.
Right.
We said through sickness, you know.
I think people forget.
People
for better
forget
or
that.
for worse. They forget that. So, we could talk about it from, a dating perspective, or we could talk about it from a marriage perspective. Yeah. But the cold take is,
if it's dates, you got to do your own thing. I'm not no business
dates,
with what.
For sure.
Your battles are your battles.
For sure. Definitely.
I'm not taking
right.
that.
But when you become one, there's a different thing.
Yes.
So a successful relationship is rarely 50-50. That's the
true.
cold take.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's the cold take. Something that you said that was very, I would say profound, was that, different seasons require different parts of you, essentially.
Yeah.
There'll be seasons where you guys are riding high.
Yeah.
And there'll be seasons where you guys are lowest of low.
Yeah.
There'll be seasons where I would have more, and there'll be seasons where you would have more, right? But, if we look at it like, okay, what do you bring to the table and what do you bring to the table? Not to say that you can't bring anything to the table, but it kind of, I would say, limits you in a way. It becomes sort of like an adversarial type of thing.
And you don't want that.
No. And you want to, we're a team, right? Where if you're a team, if someone's not being able to bring up finances, financially, I'm not saying that they're just not, how would I say, they're just not doing it on purpose, right?
That's it. I guess, sometimes as women, you may think that, well, why aren't they getting a job faster? Why aren't you getting a better job faster? Right. And I think we have a lot of that dialogue in our head because at the core of it, what we're really concerned about is the weight of carrying it. And I think that's what the relationship or the marriage needs to take, the individuals need to take into consideration is that when it's 50-50, I know I have this, I know you have that.
Right.
And that's also like a stability idea for me. Because as women, we struggle with instability. Right. So we need stable conditions to be prosperous and fruitful. So we need to feel that, okay, if I don't have it, you have it, but we both have our 50-50.
Right.
But when it comes to the load of carrying financially, that also means that if my wife is carrying more financially. What else can I alleviate from her? Right? What else can I take away? Because like the second question says, contribution is not only money.
Right.
So if I'm not able to bring to the 50-50 table monetary, what else can I take away that's going to make it less for her? Is there an emotional task, or is there like, or is something with the kids I can take over from her?
Right.
And that's where the problem starts. That's where the problem starts.
For sure.
So, what happens when a partner is carrying more is that there's resentment. All of a sudden, I was okay with our vows and everything like that in the beginning, but when it's now 3 years down the line and I'm still doing 70 and you're doing 30, or you're doing 70 and I'm doing 30, and it starts to feel like, whoa, wait a second here. This feels a lot.
It's true.
It feels a lot.
It's true. So being able to carry the weight, both sides. So not only financially, with the kids, or if there's kids, with chores, different stuff around the house, upkeep of the house, and stuff like that.
That's important, and then that leans into the family roles or roles of men and women in a marriage. Based on your culture or based on how you grew up, childhood. You may have seen your mom, or you may have seen your dad do certain things. So you're not even, it's not that you're trying to be not helpful to the relationship, but it's just that you're just not aware, And a lot of times I think on my end is that I also do a lot of talking in my head. Like I go through a whole conversation with you through your head, and you would be like, well, just let me know. Just tell me, but I expect you to know. And I think that's kind of like one of the problems of relationships, is that when I finally started to say, hey, can I get help with this? And you're like, sure. I had to realize I have to communicate my feelings, my needs, and not expect you to read my mind.
Right. That's key. And I think that a lot of relationships suffer because of that, not being able to articulate, your needs and wants. So the partner is oblivious, and it's like, you should know this. Yeah. You should understand where I'm coming from. But that's not always the case. Some people are very intuitive. They know, they pick up on things, especially if they know that there is an issue. But yeah, being able to talk, articulate that is definitely key. All right. So what happens? I think we covered that. What happens when one partner is carrying more? So I think we kind of dealt with that. Should responsibilities be equal or based on capacity and strengths?
It will always be based on capacity and strengths. Like, I mean, like we've been saying that sometimes we're in different seasons. Sometimes there's a season where I'm dealing with something that has nothing to do with our marriage, and I'm not able to do all of the things that I used to do because I'm emotionally depleted, and that's preventing me from doing some of those things. And that's where you take on. Like sometimes I am coming from work and having a rough day, or coming from a meeting or business something, and the kids need me, and you go into Army code, commando code, just wrangling all of our three boys.
Leave her alone.
Leave mommy alone. You start getting everybody together.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll probably just take my lunch or my food and just say, babe, I need to just disappear.
We need that.
And you allow that for me to do that. So it's not that I'm not able to carry or continue what I'm doing, but I just don't have the capacity at that moment to be mom and everything else.
Right.
And, and I thank you for that grace, for that,
We're a team. We're a team, for sure. So, has either person ever felt unappreciated?
Unappreciated.
Real talk.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times, just that same capacity, we expect everything to be done. Like, you're my husband, you're supposed to. You're my wife, you're supposed to.
Right.
But it's okay to say, I appreciate that. That's a sacrifice. So, that you're making for our family, our benefit. And I always think we should verbalize that.
Right. Show appreciation, gratitude. It's important, because you work hard.
I do work hard.
Really hard.
Why is your eyes looking
like what? You work hard. You work hard. Oh my gosh. When has one of us carried more, or how did that affect us?
Okay. When was one of carrying? So now we're getting deep and personal. And I believe a lot of the questions answered the same things, is that sometimes I think like for a woman, when you carry more, you want to be seen. You know, when I feel like a man carries more, like I feel like we're always acknowledging that. Oh, you're so strong and you're so... But sometimes as women, we are carrying more. And sometimes the weight of what we're carrying, it's not visible. You know, I think like when you see on Instagram and stuff, like they show like a woman's mind. And like even when I'm doing the dishes or I'm thinking about, okay, the size of the kids' clothes. Okay, Kai now is in size 6 and then Kali's in size 7 and then this one is in this size and then I gotta redo all of the laundry. The laundry. Oh, okay, what about supper? Oh, supper, but this person doesn't eat that. That person. Oh, wait.
It's real.
Cohen needs milk. He needs this. Oh, wait a second. Did I even take a bath today? Oh my gosh, I forgot to send that email. And our mind is going at 1,000 miles per hour. You know, while I'm doing the dishes, while I'm cooking, while I'm still peripheral vision seeing that one of our kids is about to go down the stairs. I mean, Superwoman?
Oh man.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything, but you know, so all of that, you know, sometimes it's a lot. And so when I feel like there's so much that I have to do, and then we hear this often, the room to pour into you. And that's really what this episode is coming to be now, is that when it's unbalanced, the room to then pour into a relationship or yourself after all of that is done.
Definitely. I feel like you said something, you know, very important. You know, when let's say you're washing the dishes and all these things are going through your mind. I was watching something on like social media and this guy was just saying like about his wife, you know, and he wrote down like all the things that, you know, she had to like deal with. And it's like he didn't really realize the mental load that she was carrying. Like, you know, and the light bulb, I'm like, wow, you know, it's not to say that men don't have mental loads, but the weight, the weight.
And sometimes that mental load is happening and you're at the sink. Right. And you may pass by and do a little sweet little intimate touch. And you're looking for that response of like, I love that smack on the butt or whatever. We're married.
That's it.
We're married, you know, a little grab here and there. And you're also looking to see that grab be received. And it's not that it's not received. It's that my brain
is not there.
It's like, you know, so sometimes, and then the husband may start thinking, oh, she doesn't want me. She doesn't desire me. And it's like, and all that while her brain is like, oh my God, I forgot to buy milk. You know? So this is a little explanation for the people out there. Sure.
I think that it will be key to, you know, and it's like we have powwows, we have talks and stuff like that. But for couples out there to have conversations, you know, to where the man could help alleviate some of that and to lessen the mental load, right? So this podcast is coming to an end.
It was good.
It's good.
It's good.
Right?
Yeah.
We got in it.
Let's just pose the audience question and let's hear from you.
All right.
Should every responsibility in a marriage be divided equally? We want to hear you in the comments. Let us know. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know for sure.
All right, then. Your camera is here, baby.
Hey.